What's up, you guys? Coming to you live here from my house. Um, Nothing special going on really today, guys. Just wanted to make a short little video, a live update, I guess. Um, just basically a trade that I'm in right now and that I sent to the pro group. So it was on GBPNZD. We had that big 3 days of rise the other day, that big spike, the 3 levels of rise the other day, for the news for GBP, and all the GBP pairs just went crazy, right? And so now we're expecting a reversal, and we can see when price hits this zone, this red zone we have drawn out here, it throws pins into that zone, and you can see rejection in that zone. So here we can see a wedge forming, and I was predicting a breakout to the upside and watch for rejection in this zone to continue the sell. So let's see what happened. We have price came up into that zone, and now it's rejecting it perfectly. So what were some of the confirmations that I saw and I used to really take that trade or see the trade coming before it happened? So obviously we have the wedge forming right here. We knew that there was going to be a breakout very soon on this wedge, and the breakout for the wedge, I was assuming it would be to the upside, to fake retail traders into buying the momentum and trap them in this zone here, reject that zone, and come down and drop at least to the 200 moving average or to the 1.815, the lower low here. So we're just going to keep our eyes on GBPNZD right now. We can see we had 1, 2, 3 days of rise, and now we can see that there's a big M formation right here, which could be it looks like a triple top. It could be forming a triple top here. So we'll see what happens with this trade. It's playing out somewhat nice. Here we can see, if you look really closely, you can see the TDI. We have the blue bands are staying really tight together. Okay, look at this big move. These 2 big candles created. That was a 65 pip spike up on these 2 candles in 30 minutes. So we have this massive spike up compared to all these other candles, and yet we still see the blue bands showing a consolidation. They're not widening. Alright, why is that? Because this was a false move. Okay, the blue bands will not widen on a false move. The blue bands only widen on a real move. You can see here price is moving up, and we have the blue bands widening as price moves up. We can see here price was in that consolidation. They broke out to the low, and we can see that it's still not widening. It's still very, very tight in that box, even after the breakout, the fake out. And then we can see they start widening the bands, and we can see the real movement to the upside. So here we can see we got in GBPNZD at 1.83177. So 1.83177 is about right there. Just about as good as I can do. So we got in right at the tippy top right here. And let's just see how this trade plays out. I expect at least at least 100 pip drop, if not more, if not something more like 170 to 200 pips of drop. And then we can see on the daily, we can see the GBPs, the GBP pairs are preparing to take back, well, it looks like, in my mind, the GBP pairs are preparing to take back the work that was done for Brexit. So we can see they bottomed out here, and this looks to me like a peak formation low, and then there's that inverse head and shoulders pattern that was just the other day. It was broken to the upside, and the head and shoulders pattern was completed. So I don't know, that's a horrible head and shoulders pattern, but you can see maybe this one might be better. Yeah, that's a bit better. We can see it there, and we can see the breakout happened right here to the upside just the other day. So now we can expect a retrace of price after this fake out occurred. That's basically all we were looking for, was that fake out here. And what you notice here is price came and formed this wedge, and then it stayed to the point of this wedge. It just kept consolidating in here. So obviously we were going to have some sort of breakout. The breakout is usually a fake out on these wedge patterns. They break out one way and then they go the opposite direction to fake out retail traders that trade these wedge patterns. So we can see the obvious fake out to the upside into our zone, and we are selling. So I don't know if I'm going to pause the video or just leave the camera going right here or leave the screen recording going, but I'll get back to you guys once we have more progress on our trade. So thank you guys. Peace. And we're back. What's up, you guys? Alright, so what happened here? We can see price has really kind of just consolidated in this area. And by reading the price, by reading what we have here and what TDI is telling us, right now I can see a Batman, a half Batman forming, which is basically a a candlestick pattern, a bunch of patterns that, a bunch of candlesticks that basically come together to form this type of pattern that is somewhat reliable in pointing out a change in trend, but also we can see the TDI. Alright, right now it's like almost 11 o'clock where I'm at, so I kinda gotta whisper. But when I turned off the video, we were at, I believe, this candlestick. This shift did not happen yet. So this candlestick basically what we have here is a bunch of consolidation, right? And then these two candlesticks moved the entire zone. Okay, so they shifted the zone, market makers shifted the zone up, they moved the market in a fake direction, they induced traders long and hit stop losses of any people short, and also you can see then they consolidated for a bit. That's about 45 minutes before they shifted the zone. And I knew that zone was going to shift because I could see the red band here on the TDI coming to meet this green one. And we can see right before that shift, these bands, they meet, they basically cross over. And then we can see they continue the green. As long as the green band is still below the red one, that confirms our downtrend is still trending downward. So price is still trending in the direction that we want it to. Now what we can see here is this half Batman, and as well as the yellow line here basically represents our trend. So now we have the red and the green below the yellow, which is also confirming our downtrend bias. So we have multiple confirmations here to basically confirm that we're trading in the right direction right now, as well as we can see the divergence here on GBPNZD. We have the uptrend here, but yet we have the downtrend showing on TDI. So let me remove this for a second. Our entry is right here at this black line. So we're in about 40 pips profit right now. Price is still moving down. Hopefully we'll be in about price will wander off to the 200 moving average within a few hours. Expecting it to be London session. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys an update on how the signal was going, how the trade on GBPNZD was going, basically the confirmations that were used to find this trade and to confirm the trade. Right now I'm also looking at GBPAUD and Euro AUD. But let's take a look at Euro AUD right now. We had the Asian consolidation, the breakout, the V3, which is basically coming out of Asian consolidation. We have 3 candles that each take a swipe at the high. Okay, so here's this candle that broke out of the Asian consolidation. This is one big candle. Second big candle to break, and then we can see they created that high here, and then you thought maybe it was going to reverse on this candle, but no, the next candle, boom, comes up, and that's the third hit to the high, and then we have the reversal. And you can see on TDI here, you have the cross of the red and the green. If I can get this out of the way. Alright, we have the cross of the red and the green right when they shifted the zone here. And the green continued under the red to confirm that downtrend. So, right now, we have a technically we have a uptrend because the blue, the 50 EMA is above the 200 moving average, but I'm expecting a cross in the EMA, or in the EMAs very soon, like within probably the next hour or so. I'm expecting the 200 moving average to do something like this, maybe something like that, and the 50 moving average to probably cross over right around here and just basically confirm that downtrend that we're going after. We also have a signal on EURAUD at the moment. We got in, I believe we got in right around here. We should be in about 50 pips profit right now. GBPNZD still going well. Nice. I'll keep you guys updated on this. But yeah, I'm gonna pause the video and we'll get back to things, fast forward things in a bit. What's up? We're back. How are you guys doing? Just want to give you that update again on GBPNZD. You can see we've made it down quite a ways. We're past the 200 moving average now. Finally had price break the 200, so I'm expecting a continuation of the downtrend. We can see the green and the red are still below the yellow this entire time. It's still been below the yellow. And yeah, I mean, right now from our entry, we are in about 83 pips of profit. We were in a total of 100 pips profit, just about. Our take profit of 70 pips was right here at 1.825. We just hit it a few minutes ago, or actually a few hours ago. But yeah, you guys, this is Forex. I mean, this is what we're doing here. We're basically finding the patterns and just watching them play out, okay? And keep in mind that this doesn't happen overnight, alright? I mean, it does happen overnight, but you're not going to get rich overnight off of Forex, okay? There are people that do get rich off of Forex overnight, but usually they're way over leveraging, over risking their account, and it's basically gambling. But just want to show you, basically this was a perfect trade. I mean, we could see price came up, they faked out the retail traders, and then slowly, the real trend is always slow and steady. You can see the fake out was fast and aggressive, and then the real trend took 12 hours and 45 minutes just to drop those 70 pips. So it's slow and steady, you guys. It takes time. Alright, it does take time, but it does pay off. Patience pays, and you can see this is a great example of patience paying off. I mean, we're still in the trade. We still have a few more TPs to be hit, so hopefully we'll get a break below the 200 moving average, and then we'll see that continuation of the downtrend to hit the rest of our take profits. But yeah, thank you guys. If I do another update, it'll be in just a little bit. What's up? And we're back. Alright. I wanted to update once again because I don't feel like I didn't really get a good outro for you guys. So also I wanted to touch up on the EURAUD. Alright, remember we had this last night. I was talking about a cross in the moving averages, the 50 and the 200, and literally like on the point they crossed right there. We can see the head and shoulders pattern forming, and as we speak price is slowly dropping. So if we take a look at TDI here, I don't know why this chat is up. Alright, if we look at TDI here, we can see the yellow is now above the green and red. So the green and red are below the yellow now, and that's just confirming us that the downtrend is happening. And also with the blue now under the white, the 50 EMA, below the 200 EMA, also just confirms our main bias that we're in a downtrending market, or that basically the trend is reversing. So let's take a look at GBPNZD. We can see it started here a bit. It did a small whipsaw. We saw price bounce up and then came back down, and then basically closed at the same point. It just did a whipsaw there. And so after a whipsaw, we can expect a continuation of the trend. So they hit the sellers stop losses and now hit the buyer stop losses, or basically just grabbed orders in this area and faked people out both ways, and now will continue in their direction that they want to go. So we can see the green and the red are still below the Bollinger Band, or the blue bands here. I don't know if they're Bollinger Bands, these blue bands here. Yeah, we have not broken the 200 EMA yet. We are still stuttering on the 200 EMA, but I do believe this candle could be the one that breaks it. If we check out the 1 minute chart, we can see clearly the same green and red below the yellow, and we can also see the blue is below the white, so basically indicating the downtrend as well. And I mean, if we want to use trend lines, I don't really use them, but we can obviously see there is a trend that's happening, forming. So how can we tell when a market maker comes on and is manipulating the market? So we can see there's times where the market stays in consolidation, and I'm going to make a video about consolidation and Asian session for you guys because I see a lot of people trading this. Okay, why would you trade that? That is literally up and down 40 to 50 pips. Alright, max. But for 12 hours. Like, you'd have to be super scalping this. And I mean, like, just going crazy if you wanted to make some type of profit off that. That is just, I mean, compared, these moves compared to this, I mean, this is what we're going after. Alright, guys? We don't want this crap. We don't care about that. We want this. Alright? Now, we're not greedy. We want to catch the big moves because we know when they're going to happen. This is Asian session. Alright? This is London session. And then this is New York session. Okay? Or I guess this bit would be London session. And look at Asian session, they stayed in consolidation. Alright, they always do that Asian session, guys. Do not, I mean, I don't trade Asian session. If I don't see a setup during Asian session, which 90% of the time there isn't, I don't trade it. I don't touch it. Okay? Then we have GBPNZD. Looks like it's falling nicely. Yeah. So we have Asian session, London session. Alright, London session does the fake out. And then New York session, they correct against what they did during London session. It happens almost every time, you guys. London session, they'll move it up, and then New York session, they'll move it down. Because they're just balancing out their equity, and basically the buyers and the sellers. They always need to balance out the number of buyers and the number of sellers, the number of orders that they're getting to basically keep the market liquid. And you can see it almost every time. Here we had Asian session, London session open, London session they faked it down, and then New York session they brought it up. So it's a cycle that happens. You always want to make sure you know when Asian consolidation is. And like I said, I'm going to make a video about this, explaining it a lot more in depth. But for right now, I'll just show you guys. If you take the session changeover, which is you go to here, time scale, session breaks, and you just click on that. It'll come up. You move 3 hours and 15 minutes in. Alright, this candle started the Asian session, and then 10 hours and 30 minutes in, is when Asian session stopped. Alright, so here we have the range of the Asian session. Alright, this is the range, this is the consolidation that we don't want to trade. Here we have London Open. They came just barely above the range, and then we have the vector candle, the V3, the basically what the candle that breaks out of this consolidation and with force. I mean, with like velocity and speed, and it's more aggressive than any of the other candles that we saw in the Asian session. So the characteristic, usually there's 3 hits to the low after the breakout. We can see that one candle, we can see the second one, and then we can see the third hit to the low, which broke it, and then they moved up. So like I said, I'll be creating a lot more videos for you guys now that I have a YouTube channel and stuff. And look at that, we closed right below the 200 EMA. So I'll be expecting a change in trend shortly, a very nice downtrend to be coming, hopefully very soon, something like that. Looks like the 50 EMA could cross the 200 right around here. But we'll see what happens. I might make another update to this video, you guys. If I don't, I'll catch you later. Peace out. What is up, you guys? Alright, this is the last update, I promise. Here we can see the EURAUD. Alright, I gotta apologize because my charts were like, they got erased. Like everything I drew on my charts, on both of them, they got erased, so I had to draw it up again. But alright, what do we see? EURAUD, we can see we entered right around here. It came down to about 100 pips profit. We can see the cross of the EMAs, which initiated the downtrend like we were hoping for. We can see GBPNZD. I want to show you guys something really quick, okay? We can see GBPNZD made this same pattern within the pattern, okay? It might not make sense right now, but check this out. Okay, so it made, we connect that trend line to this one, and we can basically see that same triangle formation, triangle pattern broke out here to the upside, just like this one, in a few big candles. And we can see, look at, the blue bands did not move. They did not get wider when that happened, when that spike up happened. So we knew it was a fake move, and we didn't take profits or anything. We didn't stop out. We continued in the trade, and from our entry point right here, we are in about 100 pips profit. We were in about 110 pips profit, but yeah, like I said, we are hoping to swing this trade for a while. I mean, at least until the end of the day. Market is about to close. It's Friday today, Closes at 4, I believe. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video, the live analysis. We caught over 100 pips on GBPNZD and 100 pips on EURAUD. So thank you guys. If you want to catch up on the signals, check out telegram.me/Forexia. Just type it in on your browser or go to forexia.net. Alright, thank you guys. Peace out.